Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a discussion about Grotmas 2025. So, I kind of scrapped this video 2 or 3 times now because, on one hand, I did want to do what we did last year, where we look at all the things we received from Grotmas and how we feel about it. Okay, we had nothing but attachments last time, right? And this time, I guess it couldn't apply in the same manner because personally, I hold 40k detachments in more, relevance to a Trader Legion painting guide. That's just me. Somebody out there is probably really happy about that painting guide, right? Um, so with that, I kind of wanted to have a general discussion about this, like about Grotmas, because on one hand, I don't think it's what a lot of us wanted, but that's more tailored to my Warhammer experience, right? That is, I've somehow on this channel managed to reel you all in when we're more focused on like 40k rules over here. Like that's where I would go. But I know somewhere, probably on a lore channel, somebody's like, "Oh my gosh, we finally found out what happened to the heroes of Darkwater," or a message from within the void, within the, within the eye. You can tell I've been playing other things lately. Um, yeah, but from within the eye. So there's like a good mix of things here. Am I disappointed because Tyranids, the only appearance we've made in Grotmish was, well, had a couple of you call it, getting our ass beat by Space Marines. Right? Like, I guess, maybe. But then there comes the discussion of, well, you couldn't have expected them to possibly make more detachments. That's insane. That's absurd, right? But is it? Yeah, we're about, if all things are on schedule and how we expect it to happen, uh 6 months away from 11th edition, right? That's what the timeline is looking like. We should be having an entire new edition in 6 months. But it isn't unheard of for us to receive detachments later in the game. And mind you, well, quite a few armies got detachments here. Well, not quite a few. Like, we got more to spare. But some of them did get detachments here on the endpoint here. So, is it insane to think that everybody could have gotten that? Maybe still. But then I'd also talk about who got them. Like, I really didn't expect Space Wolves, Blood Angels, and Chaos Space Marines to get something else. Like, that's still another thing. Now, mind you, I already made my video where I'm harping on the fact that for things like the Blood Angels and CSM, it's like you could have just rewritten the detachment that this is already doing, but, hey, that's another thing. But I I definitely missed a memo. I missed a memo somewhere. I don't know. I don't play the following armies I'm about to talk about, so somebody tell me what the fuck happened to Sisters and Admic getting a new detachment. They said they were doing that for the quarterly balance data slate things. Then they stopped doing it randomly. And then, alright, here's more detachments. For whatever reason, here's some more fucking Space Marine detachments, right? So, still not there, just randomly dropping on a Tuesday or some shit. And they didn't come here. Like, am I missing something? You know what, actually, we're gonna do a live. Let's do it live. Where's the fucking facts and packs? Yeah, sisters. Sisters. Hey, so, sister. Motherfucker, there we go. Yeah, still just Champions of Faith. Okay, I'm like maybe I did miss Sisters getting it, and I probably should have checked that before rambling, but yeah, whatever. So that's that, right? That's that. in the sense of like, oh, why? Where is it? Where is the detachment that they should be getting? I understand that they're like good right now. That doesn't mean they shouldn't get a new detachment. Hell, Necrons were beating their ass 3 times over and still got Star Shatter, which was still just okay. But hey, everybody, it's funny when you call like the power creep that's coming up on not call, but when you can see it, it's just like yeah, this is a step up. But then shit that we've gotten since Star Shatter, imagine telling people the week before Grotmas last year what things were coming down the pipeline. I want to know how people would react to Star Shatter then if they knew the shit that just gets turned up to 11 after it. But, so I don't know what the fuck happened there. Where's my sister's detachment? Where's my Admech detachment? And, you'd go like, oh yeah, of course Tyranids weren't going to get another one. You guys got like 9 now or some shit. Like, what are you doing? And then I look and I'm like, well, CSM not only has dedicated like CSM, you have one that just split off, Emperor's Children, but hey, different. Can't really roll it in there anymore, right? You're not just taking Lucius and calling it an Emperor's Children army anymore, so gone are those days. But then you also get the big reveal of Huron Blackheart coming back with a new model. And I have a problem with this, right? This is where I don't know who's writing the fucking articles, right? Stop getting my hopes up for shit. Because on day 24, the only reason I didn't do this video earlier, usually advent calendars end on the 24th day, but before us stands one final ominous door. Just who or what could be behind it? There's only one way to find out, and that's by checking in tomorrow. We wish you a very Merry Christmas, time zones permitting. Right? So, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, ho ho, could it be something grandiose for like everybody? No, it was just like you could have. This was CSM. We did CSM shit. You could have put them together or whatever. But no, hey, gotta drain it out. And mind you, Huron Blackheart is not a Night Lord, so meh. But I don't know. It's like CSM took up a lot of spots here out of the 40k section, and then here comes my other kind of grievance with the whole way Grotmas was done this year. I thought there were no fucking grots anywhere else. Like, I could have sworn. I know that there's, like, the other little fucks, but, like, they're not called grots. I could have sworn that's what happened there. Now, mind you, my, Warhammer know-how is restricted to 40k. I dabbled a little bit with trying to figure out Sigmar. And obviously Horus Heresy, because, whatever, right? But if there's old world Necromunda underworlds shit, Blood Bowl shit, where everybody's a fucking grot. I want to know why they're in their shit. All right. Now, mind you, this could just be greed out of the 40k side of me, where it's like, well, hold on now. This was about us last year. We made you who you are, even though we did. 40k came later. But you know, and I damn sure didn't. I'm not the same age as the models that are out here. So I'll tell you that much. But seriously, maybe that's a little bit of my. Well, how are you gonna make my grot miss extend to everybody? It's mine. No, it's mine. Right? Maybe that's what I'm feeling on that part. But out of the shit that was here, right? You have day 3 Loyalist Legion painting guide, day 11 Traitor Legion painting guide. I don't think we needed 8 days in between to talk about the other Space Marine painting guide. Golly gee, don't think that needed to happen. So it's just like, not only is it like, I could have done without a lot of this shit because it doesn't pertain to me, and that's how it is, right? Where if it doesn't pertain to you in the game, you gotta don't give a fuck. You don't give a shit, more or less, unless you know that you're going to have to go against it. So right now, I'm looking at the fucking Imperial Guard detachment, like, oh, oh, isn't that nice, right? Like you just for having orders on something, you just are better. Oh, no, you don't. No specific. No, no. Okay, cool. On an army, that's already good. It's already fine. So I don't know. The pacing of things was weird, and the selection, once again, is like weird. Because if you're going to argue, it's like, nah, some of the factions with a lot of detachments probably shouldn't have gotten another one. Then I look at CSM and Guard, and I'm like, the fuck are we doing here? Now, mind you, Guard doesn't have that many, actually, right? Oh, no. I definitely just miscounted in my head. I completely forgot about Scout thingy and the other one. Either way, we have a decent number. So to get another boost on top of that, it's like, well, why did we do that? I don't know why we did that one. Um, so it's kind of odd. Emperor's Children definitely needed it, but they also need more help than this one. I'd like to see it. I have yet to see this detachment come into play, but that could be just me missing when it's been played. So, if you're out there running the new Emperor's Children detachment, please tell me how it feels. I have literally not heard shit about it uh, as of late, and that's just me and life right now. Like I've heard at least about the Space Wolves one, Blood Angels, Harlequins, the fucking Imperial Guard. I just literally maybe it probably is just me, but I haven't heard anything about the Emperor's Children one. Because I don't think anybody in my circle is on Emperor's Children. Uh, so there's that, right? Then obviously I don't give an ounce of a fuck about whatever going on here, the Spearhead doubles situation. And that's just me not giving an ounce of a fuck. But I say this because I want to know if somebody out there looking at this does give an ounce of a fuck, what that means for them, right? Like, is everybody happy about some of these things? I want to hear from the people that are happy about it. The same way I want to hear from people that I'm just like, maybe you feel like me and you're like, why did we do this in the manner that we did? It's like I don't know. It definitely felt like a well shit. We've tied our hands to doing this every year kind of situation. Because I don't know how well thought out it was. Like you could have done 1 week, right? 1 week painting guides, 1 week rules, 1 week stories, 1 week game rule thingies. Like I don't really know what this would qualify, but like operations over here, spearhead doubles. That could have been 1 week in itself. Like I don't know. I just always get confused by how GW schedules the thing, and I think that scheduling and saying it the right way in a community write up. No, mind you, that's just some intern probably that sat there and was just like, hey, they told me I got to talk about the Hellsmith is shoot Hazard. Isn't it Hazmat? I thought it was Hazmat. Hazmat? Whatever. Uh, these guys tomorrow. So somebody give me a rundown. What the fuck do these demon smiths do? Right. So that's one thing. But I just think you just have better reactions, community reactions, when people are like, "Oh, okay, don't worry. Maybe we're going to be on the lore week. It seems like this is the lore week. We'd like to hear about the lore week. Oh boy, I hope that my faction gets some lore." And I say that kind of jokingly, but as a Tyranids player, I also mean that kind of seriously. I would like something that's just like, hey, scrickety scrackety, there goes the clickety clackety claws of the Carnifex eating the thing. I don't fucking know. Just saying though, I don't know. I would have taken lore about the same way I would have taken rules. In honesty, I definitely didn't care about a painting guide because, well, we're one of the factions that is like, yeah, you could be Leviathan, you could be Kronos, could be Behemoth, or you could be, this is my unique Splinter High Fleet, High Fleet. I was really trying to hit one that's not already done. High Fleet Nursilla. I said Nursilla. I said damn. I meant Scylla. Oh my goodness. That's a Monster Hunter monster. Oh my goodness. But yeah, right. For my faction, painting guides is like neat, but doesn't really pertain as much because we are one of the ones that it doesn't have a specific chapter situation. Now, mind you, people have their specific chapter things that are like this is the sister chapter of the White Scars. Yeah, I definitely know Space Marine stuff. Yeah, but like right, like that's that. So I guess I say all this to say that I wish that yeah, an advent calendar being predictable would be weird and go against an advent calendar, but you'd probably make everybody feel better if their hopes weren't up for the entire 25 days that their faction might get something and then maybe not get anything at all, or that instead of being tied in with the detachments, you just end up waiting again to get squashed 18 days later. I don't know. I think messages, and that's just I guess my overall thing for GW. Like, hey, I don't mind that I didn't get shit really. Being a Tyranids player primarily, this doesn't necessarily drive me to want to go spend money to become a not Tyranids player. Right? It didn't really inspire me that way, but it would have been nice if we just structured it in a different way. If you're not going to continue to do it like we did last year, if you're going to continue to do it this way, structure will probably get better community feelings. And like better than shit. I'm not saying that people are going to be like, "Yay! I know that I'm lore weak." But people will probably be less like, "You fucking serious? I waited 20 days to go wandering in the wintry woods. You fucking what?" So I don't know. That's just me, and I'll wrap that up. Tell me what you thought about this year's Grotmas, and I don't know. Tell me if you what you think of my opinion about Grotmas. Tell me if you think that structuring would be better, or keep it very pure Advent style of what's behind door number 21, and go about it that method. So yeah, if you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment, and until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.